What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have several news, and these news are quite interesting and potentially very controversial. First of all, I will show you a major announcement from Donn Fizz in regards to his next business trip to District Columbia. Then I will show you the next step towards the resolution from Trump media and Donald Trump, and I will show you again how this case might help us to win our battle. Then I will continue with another scandal, and I will show you that one of our community members is accused of forgery of documents. Then I will show you a rough estimation of potential intrinsic value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. And I have to say that we have to realize that it is not a fake shares, it is not a worthless shares. We have to know the exact price of this company, and we have to know the exact number of shares in order to know the value of each and every share. And at the end of this video I will share my personal story. And guys, please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. It is the easiest way how we can push this case forward to the broader audience, and definitely this will help us to win this battle. So, let's start with the news itself. Here you can see the tweet that was published by Jan Cap, and it is directly related to Donn Fizz's upcoming business trip. Let me quote you this. As you can see, it was published just 15 hours ago. Richie is going back to Washington, D.C. May 6th till May 10th, Richie will once again be walking the halls of Congress and fighting on behalf of all MMTLP shareholders. Let's help Richie by setting appointments with your elected representatives. Contact Jan Capella to schedule. And here you can see the picture of Donn Fizz. And guys, let me show you Donn Fizz's Twitter account. Just 2 hours ago he published this. Tonight's music 80s greatest. Setting up meetings. And Donn Fizz is preparing for his upcoming business trip, and definitely we have to help him, because it is the most effective way how we can interact with the Congress and how we can push our case forward through the Congress. One of the best and the most prominent ways how we can solve this problem. So, let me show you another quite interesting tweet. You know that just a couple of days ago, we had major news in regards to Trump Media and Technology Group. And you know that Donald Trump is a candidate for the upcoming president elections in the United States, and his company was nakedly shorted by the market makers, and Donald Trump definitely doesn't like this outcome, and he might use this case in order to, first of all, in order to acquire more votes in the upcoming elections, and second of all, he wanted to save his company from the naked short attack. And let me show you the most recent update in regards to this case. Meta News wrote this 18 hours ago. Trump media is going all in against naked short selling, highlighting actions to prevent their shareholders' share to be lent out. And Meta News refers to the tweet that was published by Wolf of My Street. And this tweet was written just several hours ago. Press release, April 23rd. Trump Media and Technology Group is highlighting actions DJT shareholders can take to prevent the lending of their shares by brokerage firms for the purpose of short selling. Suggests DRS using a cash account and or opting out of share lending. And here is the official press release, official document. And guys, some of you might think that this case will not help us at all. And definitely, we have no guarantees that he will help us. But at the same time, think of it like this. Yesterday, I told you that Donald Trump's DJT is some kind of train that is moving from its point A to point B, to its destination point. And its destination point is definitely the solution of their naked short problem in regards to DJT. And guys, If we want to solve our problem, and by the way, our destination point is extremely close to their point B, to their destination point, and this means we can add our efforts to this train in order to push this case forward as hard as we can. And definitely, it is only a chance. It is only a chance for this solution, but we have to use any possible chances in order to solve our problem. That is why I still think that this way is quite promising, and Donald Trump might use this case in order to attract more voters for him in the upcoming elections. And this is the only reason why he might help the entire retail community to win this battle. None other reasons are on the table right now, because we know that Donald Trump is doing everything for him, but not for others. And that is why we have to keep this in mind. So let's go further. RareDD posted this tweet just several hours ago, just 3 hours ago, and he refers to the tweets, to the set of tweets that was published by Meta Guy Murdoch. And he wrote, there are a number of posts on Meta Guy Murdoch's page similar to the image below that should be at the very least liked and reposted by everyone seeking a resolution for MMTLP. I would be cautious. I don't know the criteria for having your account throttled or shadow banned for making similar posts, but it's been over 500 days. And guys, I showed you these tweets, this set of tweets that were made by Meta Guy Murdoch, and I also reposted these tweets, and we have to do the same, because each and every representative was tagged in the particular tweet, and definitely it might help us to win this battle as well, and it might help us to attract these representatives' attention. So let me show you what other people are thinking about this action. You can see that Curtis also reposted these tweets, and I have to say that the majority of MMTLP community members who think that it might help us, they already done it, and the number of reposts are quite significant, more than 100 on each and every tweet that was published by Meta Guy Murdoch. And definitely it is another potential action that we might take in order to push our case forward just a little bit. And when everyone from MMTLP community does the same, definitely our major case will have a huge movement towards the resolution. So let me show you another quite interesting update, and this is basically another potential scandal inside our community. So Glass Guy wrote this: funny, spoke with congressperson tonight, this didn't even come up. What did come up was 6490 rule, overage of shares at TradeStation and other brokers. Heck, even them helping us get meetings with new offices on very good committees. Don't worry, we know who the crooks are. And he refers to the space call that is happening, as you can see, that is happening at this very moment. It is hosted by Roman Subs, and let me quote you what did he write. Set a reminder for an upcoming space. MMTLP, Pumper Fraud Investigation of Sea Plant. And the allegations are that Sea Plant falsified the records and lied about the NextBridge hydrocarbons assets. And let me show you what did Sea Plant write. As you can see, just 7 hours ago, he published this tweet. Meanwhile, while Energy Credit and Bronco24 are behind their computer screen trying to stay relevant, I'm here. And Pace and Love asked him, is it true? Did you falsely documents? And Sea Plant answered no. Bronco wrote this: Bros bragging after line on Orogrande production with faked RRC screenshot is claiming he's leaving it up while 65,000 investors are hurting. And Sea Plant told him F off. And another direct question to Sea Plant: what's your response to the claim that you doctored Railroad Commission details? And Sea Plant wrote, this is it, I'm not wasting my time on horseshit claims. I posted what I captured of a reliable sites. I have no reason to doctor them. So I don't think that Sea Plant could do something bad in regards to the data that is related to Orogrande Basin. At the same time, I don't think that Roman Supes doesn't know what he's talking about. Definitely, we might assume that we have basically two options. First, option number one, something happened back in the days in regards to C-Plan's vision of certain documents, and the second option is that Roman Supes was paid by someone in order to push this case forward. We don't know at the moment, and guys, I don't know either. Please, if you know any details in regards to this case, drop me a line in the comment section. So, let me show you another quite interesting news. James, defrauded by FINRA, wrote this tweet, and he made a rough estimation of potential value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. And let me quote you this. Know what you hold. Value of assets. If NextBridge Hydrocarbons is suddenly flush with cash from sale of that 40 million share offering and develops the Orogrande without a partner, how much is 3.2 billion barrels of oil plus 6 trillion cubic feet of natural gas worth? Probably more than you think. Bart says cost to produce a barrel of crude oil onshore ranges from $10 to $40. We'll go with $40. Today crude oil is $72 per barrel, so that's $32 profit per barrel. Quick math. 6,000 cubic feet natural gas equals 1 barrel of oil equivalent. 3.2 billion barrels of oil plus 6 trillion cubic feet of natural gas equals to 4.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent. 4.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent multiplied by $32 per barrel profit equals to $134 billion. $134 billion divided by 300 million shares equals to $448 per share. And guys, you might wonder why we have 300 million shares as a number of shares outstanding. We know that for now there is about 245 million shares outstanding, but we have another additional 40 million shares that might be used in order to develop this basin. And guys, definitely it is a rough estimation, and here is the major asterisks in all of these calculations. That's at today's oil prices. If oil hits $100 per barrel, that's $840 per share. Of course, that's in perpetual dividend paid out over decades. And guys, this is the very important part. It is not the one-time lump sum. It's likely NextBridge has been diluted with concentrate shares beyond 40 million shares, and I've ignored taxes, so take these figures with a grain of salt. However, it's important to have a ballpark figure of the potential value of the assets should we trade again or during settlement negotiations, and when talking with our congressional reps, so they take MMTLP seriously. I won't sell cheap. And guys, I covered multiple times the potential value of intrinsic value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares, and you can watch my video where you can see the value, the price of shares on the thumbnail, or you can watch the video of Tony tweet that he made back in summer of 2023 with the detailed explanation of intrinsic value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. But for now, definitely, we have to know the exact numbers of oil and gas that is inside these prospects, and this 3.2 billion barrels of oil and 6 trillion cubic feet of natural gas is an estimation. It is not the numbers that were proven technically, and that is why we have to use this calculation with a grain of salt. So let me show you another update in regards to Dennis Neal activity. And Dennis Neal is the person who is the host of What's Bugging Me podcast. And just recently, just yesterday, he wrote this tweet: "Update, I'm sending invites this week to Representative Mark Henry and Comer and ask them in regards to MMTLP. Where are the subpoenas that Representative Ralph Norman requested on What's Bugging Me podcast?" And here's an update from him. He wrote it 12 hours ago. Letters sent via email. Fingers crossed. And this tiny step with the sending of these letters might definitely make a lot of changes in our case. And guys, We as an MMTLP community members might do the same, and the main activity that we might take is this one. Dr. E wrote this 14 hours ago. City kids are different breeds. Don't rely on others to solve your problem. Visit your representative and senator's local offices and ask for a hearing date from Representative Commerce and McHenry's offices, or any other information from their DC contacts. You may be surprised by what you hear. It doesn't take long. Another response today from local office that communicates with the DC office. Like I've said, calling DC hasn't worked lately. Visiting and calling the local offices is. I will keep working with my local reps to get the answers I need. And here's the answer to Dr. E, and let me show you, let me read it. Good morning, Dr. Esposito. I emailed yesterday. I will follow up with him coordinately, and we have some details that were blacked out, and this means at least one of the representatives, one of the senators are on our side, and they will contact the Commerce and McHenry's offices in order to push our case forward. And guys, if you don't have a chance to walk to these offices by yourself, use emails and call your congressman's office and ask your representative to contact James Commerce office to express support for an MMTLP congressional hearing. This is the easiest and the most prominent way how we can push it right now from our side. And that is why, guys, we have to unite and we have to do whatever we can in order to make this happen. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad.